For those of you on Zoom, welcome. Now we're on to presentations. Sasha, would you come forward? Sasha, I would like to present you with a plaque to represent the great job you did as program chair. For all of you in the club, you know John works tirelessly and has for many years. This year, we are awarding John the Service Above Self Award for continuing service to the club.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to tell you that today we're starting the new year, and I'd like to announce that we will have a food pantry program this year. Now, last year we did 4 schools, $500 plus into the food pantry for the students and the families that needed food. This year we're adding 2 more schools. So I'm looking for somebody to come along and help be the person that will work with the school and providing them the food. We have a $500 for each of those schools, and that person will be responsible for meeting with that person at the school and going to Walmart or wherever it is, Target, and buying the groceries and then getting them back. Now, also, we're adding a little bit different twist. This year, because we have 6 schools, on the second and third Thursday meeting, that takes you back when we go to Wednesday. We will have a food drive for each school. Now, we'll have there's 6 months that we will have in September, October, November, December, no December, January, February, and March. We'll be collecting on those 2. Joe Mouse is going to be the chair of that particular committee. We'll collect the food items, and if there's cash that comes in, it will be added to the cash card that we'll have each one of those 6 members, Rotarians, at the school. So we've got it all planned, and all we need to do is execute it like we did last year, and we will. Thank you.
John, here we are at the first meeting, the first day of the new year, and John's already got his team organized and running. So now let me recognize retiring board members before installation and handing the gavel to Rich. I want to spend a moment to say thank you to our members for the especially good work they've done this year, and especially to retiring board members. To the members, I say thank you for your tremendous support. And now in recognizing outgoing board members, first, board members who served the foundation as well as the club. Jody Walker, who served as president of our foundation. Ross Oppenheimer, who served as our treasurer. Tom Wright, who served on the board, and Bill Pieper, who also served on the board as the immediate past president. And finally, Woody Johnson, who finished his term, but he was elected for a second term and will continue. So our sincere thanks to all of you for a remarkable year. Our foundation had the best year of giving that it's had in many years. So thank you. Well done. Now for the club board of directors, members who will not be returning. Bill Pieper, who completes his term as immediate past president. Bill's had a fabulous 3-year run, and we are appreciative of that. Ross Oppenheimer, who was treasurer of the club. Mary Ann Dean, Bob Blackford, Greg Torito, Emerson Thompson, Michael Aitchison, and John Perone and Jim O'Reilly, both of whom are stepping down due to business commitments that are just filling their time. And finally, Chris Whitney, who has completed a term and who was elected to serve a second term, so he will be back. Please give all of these hardworking board members a great Rotary round of applause. And now it is time to turn over the mic to Rich to introduce our district governor, Barry Gaynor. Rich?
Today we have our district governor, who is also a very good friend of mine, someone I've worked with for the last 3 years. But Barry joined the Seminole County South Rotary Club in 1997. He has perfect attendance, so he fits right into our group. He's acted as the president of his club from 2003 and 2004. He has led the club's youth program. He's chaired scholarship committee for most of his tenure. He served as the district RILA committee for 15 years, served as district chair for the New Generations and Interact, as well as an assistant governor twice. He has led 2 study exchange teams, one in Taiwan in 2015 and Argentina in 2016. He's in his professional life, he's worked for Arthur Andersen. We're both alumni of Ford Motor Company and a German trading company. He has served he served as a Seminole County School Board. He is married to his wife Lynn for 50 years, and I guess more than 50 years.
Yeah.
And they have 2 daughters and 4 granddaughters. So would you please give a Rotary welcome to our new district governor, Barry Gaynor.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate the introduction. A very kind introduction. This is a very auspicious event today because both Rich and I are starting our new year, but this is also the first day of our new year. So we're both very green, and I'm sure we'll both muddle through it. So I look forward to that. Dick, I'm sorry, Rich, would you like to, let me say first, I want to say again, Dick, how much I appreciate everything you did last year to keep this club moving forward. You and Rich and many others, I know Bill Pieper and others, just really did a fantastic job with your club last year. And I guess this is really your 102nd, you're going into your 102nd year now, right? Because that was, we missed it in the real 100th anniversary. So that's an amazing accomplishment. We appreciate all that. So Rich, you want to join me up here? Now it's time to really get nervous. Richard, you have been elected to the office of President of the Rotary Club of Orlando by its members. Your election is an indication of their esteem and confidence in you and in your leadership. They also believe you will uphold the high traditions of the club, that you will give the best to the best of your ability and further the interests of the club and carry forward the object of Rotary and service above self. Will you administer the duties of the office of President, fulfill the responsibilities of your office in accordance with the club's constitution and bylaws, and work with diligence for the betterment of the club to the best of your ability?
I will.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. May I introduce the President of the Rotary Club of Orlando.
This is the time of the program when I symbolically hand over the gavel to Rich. But before I do that, I want to present to Rich 2 heirlooms our club has that are too valuable to keep in storage. Rich, this is a 60-year-old pin for the president of our club. It has a diamond. Wear it proudly, as many presidents have worn it before you. And also, I would like to present to you this plaque. This gavel is made from wood obtained from the Paul Harris home where he was born in Racine, Wisconsin. The gavel was carved by Rotarian Ralph Weber of Racine, Wisconsin, and presented to the Rotary Club of Orlando, February 24th, 1960. This is a rare heirloom, and we're passing it on to our president. Hopefully, we are beginning a tradition where it gets the story and the articles get passed down.
Thank you.
Rich?
Thank you very much. Don't go away. Don't go away. I want to reciprocate something this has been probably the most sensational year that we have had, and certainly most challenging year. And as I said to you last year we had, when Bill Pieper was president, and we had to do an audible around March when COVID came, and we had to switch to to be virtual. And I can tell you in March of 15 months ago, I never even heard of Zoom. I didn't even know anything about it. And look what we did, and we got through last year. And then this year, we had Zoom, and everything was on Zoom. And then we tried to go to cirrhosis. We did for 3 weeks, and then someone got sick, and we had to go back to being on virtual again. So we had to do an audible, and this has been a very challenging year for our club. Not to mention, we lost our home at cirrhosis because they sold the building. So we had to find a new way to do that. So we have had more challenges this year. And I want you to know the thing we all have to be proud of. This was our 4th consecutive year of positive membership growth in our club. And last week, if you weren't here, we gave Dick an award for virtually being the best president we've ever had. So today, I give you a legitimate thing of thanking you for your year of service and what an awesome year it was. Thank you, Dick. Okay, I'd like to ask the officers and directors, first of all, those that are elected and are going to continue in their role. And now I'd like to ask the newly directed officers. We got Chris Whitney, who is going to join us again for another 2-year term. Sarah Carlson, Catherine Conroy, Drew Holgren, and John Taggart. If you could come up to the front. So you have been elected to an important position in the administration of the Rotary Club of Orlando and the Rotary Club of Orlando Foundation officers and directors. Your election is an indication of the esteem and the confidence your fellow members place in you. We also believe you will uphold the high traditions of our club and that you will give the best of your ability in furtherance of the interests of our club and carrying forward the object of Rotary. Will you administer the duties and offices to which you are being appointed, fulfill the responsibilities of your office in accordance with the club's constitution and bylaws, and work with the diligence and the betterment of the club to the best of your ability? If so, answer, I will. To each of you, I have pins for you for your office, and I ask you to accept them on the behalf of the club. So hold on a second. Congratulations. Please give a warm welcome to our new elected officers. Those of you that have been past presidents before, you've relived this day, the day that you take over, and the realization of the tradition of this club and the responsibilities that you have. They become a little bit more real. I've been, as I said, club secretary for 8 years. And then this last year, when I became president-elect, Ed Forstead up, and he took over as club secretary. But I can tell you that when you go through that and you work with new incoming presidents as a club secretary, you've got to be flexible because each president has their own nuances and you got to adjust to what they do and so on. And I was kidding Dick all the time that he was the 8th president that I work with, and I think the 9th one ought to be a piece of cake. But the realization as we got closer to this and of the tradition, responsibilities, and all that sort of stuff sort of hit me this morning when I was getting ready. We will continue to the service to our community and our food banks and all the things we started. We did a strategic plan this last year. That's our marching forward now. And the new board will revisit that strategic plan every week, every month that we get together to make sure that that is our roadmap to where we want to go and how we want this club to continue to grow. We just completed our 4th consecutive year of membership growth, which is an unbelievable accomplishment based upon what Rotary has been through really worldwide. I think that's just incredible to have done that. During Bill Pieper's term, we achieved the Rotary citation. And that had been the first time we've done it since when Larry was president, which has been a long time. We haven't had the Rotary citation. And we did it in the year of COVID, which was pretty remarkable. And of course, it was followed up this year with COVID again, and we got the Rotary citation again under Dick Harris's leadership. So 2 consecutive years of the Rotary citation. And, I know the tradition, I know. But in this case, I do feel pressure. We really need to continue that tradition of the Rotary Club of Orlando. For those of you that know, I served as the district membership chair for the last 3 years. And for that, I worked with all 47 Rotary clubs in Central Florida. I have visited Rotary clubs. In the last 3 years, I have done between 50 and 60 Rotary clubs a year, including my own. So I have visited other clubs. I've worked with other clubs. I've tried to help them. I think I should turn the monitor off. And I've tried to help these clubs grow, and I've tried to work with them on all of the different things we've tried to do. And since I visited so many Rotary clubs, and you can also remember a few years ago, I was commuting to Wichita for 2 years. And I was on the board, and for 2 years, I was commuting to Wichita back and forth. I only missed 2 board members. I only missed 2 board meetings in that 2-year period of time, because my client in Wichita insisted that I didn't miss board meetings. So because of that, every week, I visited a different Rotary club in Kansas, or I went to Las Vegas. I even went to St. Martin. But I visited lots of different Rotary clubs during that 2 years that I was commuting back and forth. I don't tell you that to brag, but I tell you that because when I tell you that I firmly believe that we are the best Rotary club, I do it from a basis of having gone to a lot of Rotary clubs and a lot of Rotary clubs throughout the United States, and we really are an enormous group of people. And I would not have commuted for 2 years if I didn't feel that already and the commitment to this club. And you are truly an outstanding group of people. And I'm humbled to be your president for this term. I thank the board. I thank everybody that has gone into this and the year ahead. I thank all of the people from Unity and the people from Promising People who are joining us today, because today is a big day for us too. As you heard earlier, I'm the chairman of this company, and Unity is the company that we have agreed with now, and we're going to have a meeting downstairs at 1 o'clock to celebrate our union of the 2 companies working together. With all of the Unity people across the country, they're going to be on Zoom downstairs. And I thank you all for doing this. Les Cowie, who is my dearest friend, thank you again. He's the president and CEO of Promising People. And I'm sure throughout the year, you'll hear more about that. Thank you for taking the time to join the special day. To my lovely wife and to my son, Kevin and Allison, thank you for being here too on this very special day. And I thank you. And as Dick Harris would say, let's get to work. And I'm very glad for my very first time to say, meeting adjourned. Thank you for coming. Now to do the 4-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Concern. Will be beneficial to all concerned. And is it fun? Thank you very much.